all the beautiful women in this group. Have I mentioned that I have the most beautiful women in this group? I'm so happy to have you guys here. Very, very grateful. Because with or without you, I was going to do this on my own. So the more the merrier. And it's creating a container for us to, you know, have this experience together. And sorry, I'm tagging people right now so everyone gets the notification. Thank you for bearing with me as I do this. Who's excited about today's card, or this week's card, I should say? I am the weaver of my reality. Still tagging the people in the group. Give me just one moment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what the weather is like, because it's been super hot for no reason here. Super humid. It was raining today. And he turned off the AC. I'm about to turn it back on after I do this video. He was like, we don't need the AC on. It's not that hot outside. And I'm like, my hormones can't take that, you know? Okay. All done tagging. All right. Hey, Brianna. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Okay. So today's card, this week's card, let me make sure I have the right angle. I am the weaver of my reality. And don't mind me, I did not put any makeup on. I don't even have a bra on today. And it's so liberating and freeing. I love it. I just don't have time. Like, I'd love to get myself together every single day, but I don't have time. So I have 2 toddlers that I'm running around after every day. Thankfully, they're napping right now. Okay. So I am the weaver of my reality. And what this card is saying is that we need to be more attentive with ourselves and the intentions that we're setting for our lives. Are we even clear on what it is that we want? Do we know? Are we saying that we want something because that's what society wants? Is it what we really want with our heart? You know, the dream would be to have, you know, the big house and the nice car and the family and the marriage. But sometimes stuff like that doesn't align with everybody, you know? I prefer like a cozy little cottage somewhere in the middle of the woods, you know? I don't need anything fancy. I'm not like a materialistic person, although I do like nice things. Don't get me wrong. But really it's all about what is it that you truly desire, and to get clear on that. And then with what it is that you desire, it does require taking some action and actually weaving the web in your life. We all have choices to make. Do I go through this door or that door? Which door are you walking through? There's different opportunities. There's different possibilities. And then once you walk through the door, what are you doing with it? Are you taking inspired action? Are you allowing fear to hold you back from something that you really desire? Are you telling yourself that you're not worthy of what you desire? So you're not even setting the intention for yourself to achieve what it is that you truly want because you don't feel that it's possible for you. Everything is possible. Everything. If there's a will, there's a way. I kept telling myself that I couldn't show up live because, you know, my kids were always screaming in the background. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to find a way to do this, right? Hey, Bree. Yes, cozy little cottage. Okay, so setting our intentions for what we truly want, even if we think it's unattainable, it's not. We just have to set the intention, put it out to the universe, ask God, source, the creator, whatever you want to call, it's all the same thing. It's all love, right? It's all love, energy, and consciousness. letting the universe know what we want, and then taking the action that is aligned with what we want so that the universe can respond back to us. Especially if we do it with high frequency, it's going to respond, period. So don't ever think anything is unattainable for you. This also has to do with our inner dialogue. What are we telling ourselves? Are we speaking kindly to ourselves, or are we saying, you could never do that, that's not possible, that's bullshit? Are we creating scenarios of fear around what we want? Are we telling ourselves that, when this happens, then I can get this, Sometimes we'll wait our entire lives to take action towards what we want because we're creating circumstances. We want things to be perfect, but it doesn't work that way. You take the action, the imperfect action, and then what we want will come to us. It will come to us easier than we imagined if we just take that leap of faith. Our inner dialogue also impacts how we feel and, through what we experience. So in shitty circumstances, how are we responding to it? Are we, woe is me, my life sucks, this is just what I get, this is the cards I've been dealt? Are we seeing the cup half empty? Or are we taking that as a lesson? Are we seeing maybe a hidden blessing from it? How are we viewing our circumstances? I have my moments where I'm like, my life sucks, I can't stand this, da, 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 da. I want things to be this way and they're not. I wish my kids were a little bit older, which they will be eventually, right? What I need to do is focus on how beautiful this stage in their life is and to appreciate it, because I'm going to miss it, right? We need to stop seeing things with such a negativity, or not necessarily surrender to what we don't want, but to be patient with ourselves and to be compassionate with ourselves when we are going through a rough time. The spider represents awakened creativity. She is creating a masterpiece every time she weaves a web that will provide her with her life force, food, in order to thrive. It also represents determination. Even if somebody walks through her web, or the wind blows it in a different direction, she doesn't stop weaving the web. She keeps going. She keeps building and creating what will sustain her. Patience, beauty takes time, right? The Rome wasn't built in a day, that kind of thing. We have to have patience with ourselves. Persistence is key. As long as we're taking one baby step forward every day, and we can take breaks too, and know that tomorrow we'll get back to it. Some days we have off days, and we have to be compassionate and patient with ourselves when we have those off days, and just, keep on going. Be determined and be patient. Use your creativity. You have something inside of you that is like calling your name, like, I want to do ABC, right? And then we create all these fears around it, or these circumstances of why we can't do it or why it's not possible for us. But we need to start looking on the other side of that door that seems to be closed. It's just waiting for us to open it. That's what I see when I tuned into this card. I see us standing in a room with multiple doors that we could open, and we get to choose which door we open. And then once we step through that door, we get to decide how we move forward. It has to do with the past, weaving the past into the present and the present into the future. Obviously, the decisions and choices that we made in our past brought us to where we are today. Now we can decide to continue to make the same decisions that we made in our past and continue to stay where we are, or we can start weaving a new web today and end up with a different future. Which door are we going to walk through? And what actions are we taking now to create what we want to bring into our lives, the things that we desire? So now is a good time for us to look honestly at our life, at our situations, and to get real with ourselves about what it is that we want to attract, what we want to manifest, what we want to draw in. We need to be super clear. We need to clarify what it is that we want. And then we actually need to take action, the inspired action, the action that brings us joy, because what we want usually brings us joy. Some of the steps that we need to take in order to draw it in or create can be a little, it could feel like work sometimes, but that's where the patience and the determination comes in. And, the universe will respond. God, Source, the Prime Creator will respond. Once he sees that we're serious about what it is that we want, it will manifest. So this is what this card is all about. We are the creators of our lives. We are weaving by taking action. We are weaving what we want or what we don't want into our lives through the way we think, the things that we tell ourselves, the fears that hold us back, or the determination to just take the leap of faith, take the step, and walk through the door. Hey, Melissa. Oh, yeah, I know. I have older kids, and it kind of trips me out seeing them growing up and getting little boobs and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, no. So I have two ends of the spectrum right now, and I miss my oldest daughter being a little baby like my toddlers. So I definitely understand. But at the same time, it's like I need my toddlers to be a little more independent so that I can focus on what I want to focus on. But I have to learn how to cherish these moments. Okay, so the ritual for this card is pretty cool, and I'm definitely going to do it. So the supplies you need are a candle and a smudge stick, which is like sage or Palo Santo. You can buy it on Amazon, which I wouldn't recommend, but a lot of people don't have sage, available to them. You can buy it from Native Americans. There's different places that you can get sage. I would encourage you to Google it to see where the best place to buy sage in your local area is. Metaphysical shops have it, crystal shops and things like that. It's not expensive, and it cleanses your house. It cleanses not only the energy, but also bacteria. So it's really good to have. The candle to light the sage, and a box. It doesn't matter what kind of box. You can use an old shoe box. You can use a box from something that you just bought. It doesn't really matter where you get the box from. So you also want to get decorative papers, crafting tools, glue, magazine prints, black paper, colored pencils, anything that you'd like, because you're going to create a collage. On the outer side of the box, that's where you're going to create like the artwork, of the box. And on the inside of the box, you're just going to find pictures of what it is that you want to manifest. What do you want to bring in? Whether it's a car, a home, a job, anything, all of the above, whatever it is that you want. Get clear in every area of your life of what you want to bring in. Find a picture of it, print it out, cut it out, and just lay it in the box. And according to this, it says, fill your box with images and words that align with your life's greatest desires. No glue. So you're going to stack and pile them in an order that makes sense to you. These pictures that you're putting inside the box. So you decorate the outside of the box, and on the inside, you're going to place the pictures of the things that you want to manifest. Be clear and sincere. This is no place for maybe. So if you're like, maybe I want this, no, don't put it in there. This is very clear visuals of what you want to bring into your life. And even if you think it's impossible, if you think that you're not worthy of it, I want you to still put it in there, okay? But do it with conviction. Don't do it with like, oh, I'm scared of this, maybe. Remember, if it's a maybe, don't put it in there. Once done, close your box and keep it at your altar, wherever you decide to put it, somewhere special. And then go back and edit, add, or reorganize whenever you feel called to do so. So if you see something that inspires you and you're like, I have to have that, and you just can't get it right now, print it out, cut it out, put it in the box. So I thought that was beautiful. I definitely am going to make me a little manifestation box for this. And we're going to begin weaving the reality that we want to live. We're going to weave the life that we want to fulfill. So if you're still with me, I would love to do a little guided meditation, as long as you're not driving or doing anything, working heavy machinery. I invite you to close your eyes, get in a comfortable space. Take a deep breath in and a nice slow breath out, and do that a few times. Relax all the muscles in your body, starting from the top of your head, down into your mouth and jaw. Relax your neck, your shoulders and arms. Relax your chest and stomach, your hip bones and groin, all the way down into your legs and the tip of your toes. Keep breathing. And I want you to envision yourself in a room, a nice white room, and there are multiple doors there. Behind the doors are different options. There's a door that represents your past, which will manifest into your future. There is a door that represents your now and the action steps that you can take today. And there is a door with a new opportunity behind it. An opportunity or a thing that you've been wanting for a long time now. And I want you to look at that door from the past and turn away from it and know that there's nothing that you can do to change it, but appreciate what happened. Appreciate that it got you here and it vanishes behind you. It is no longer there. The door of your present, I want you to open that door and look into it, look through it, but do not step in. That door will give you or show you some of the steps that you can take today in order to draw in what it is that you'd like to manifest in your life. After you see some of the steps that that door has offered, when you're ready, you can close that door, because now you know what you have to do. And the door of your future, I want you to open that door and step through it and visualize yourself in that future as the person that has manifested what it is that you want. I want you to picture yourself, what you look like, the emotions that you're feeling. I want you to feel those emotions that you have reached that place that you desire to go to. You are there. How do you feel? What are the expressions on your face? And what is around you? Where are you? Who is with you? Visualize these things and tap into the emotions of how this makes you feel. Just take a moment and envision this. Envision the joy that it's brought you. And know that someday in the near future, you will be standing right here in this space and feel exactly how you feel. You have accomplished it. You have taken the steps necessary to draw it into your reality. You are the weaver of your reality. You are the creator of your life. Take another deep breath. And keep this visual close to your heart and know that it's coming to you. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. I hope that helped you visualize and embody the emotions, which raises your vibration and increases your frequency. It sends a signal out to the universe of what you're trying to draw in. And I thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Jessica. Hey, Indica. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. Just remember, things can seem scary sometimes, but once we start taking the little baby steps, we always suck at what we do the first time we do it. Just picture yourself at your job, the first time you ever, handled the first customer or took your first phone call or did your first client. It's always scary, but after you do 3, 4, 5, you're like, oh, I got this. You get into the rhythm of it. Just take that first scary step, take the second scary step, and then as you continue to take those steps, they become less scary and scary and scary, and then you become more confident. You increase your value in knowing that you're able to do it. So just a little reminder there. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's card. I really highly encourage you to do the ritual, because that's something that you can keep with you for the rest of your life. And just imagine, as you manifest the things that you put into that box, you can begin to take them out and replace them with new things. It's a beautiful thing. It's almost like a vision board, but in a box, like a sacred little box. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and looking forward to seeing you. Just a couple announcements. This week's giveaway, which is a 12-card oracle spread, is all about engagement in the group. So like, share, comment, let us know, give me some testimonials on how doing your ritual made you feel, or how this week's session made you feel. The more you engage in the group, the person with the highest engagement is going to win at the end of the week the 12-card oracle spread. And every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing some individual card pulls, as well as the card pull for the next week's self-love ritual. And so tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Monday, of course, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. we're doing today. We'll go over the oracle card of the week, the ritual, and do a little guided meditation. All right, guys. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a beautiful week.